I thought we would have like a little life catch up. And so let's just chat about how life has really been. Like, I know it's been a hard season for a lot of us. And yeah, how are you holding up?
I am getting through all of this. I feel like every day it's different. And I think that it's probably been the hardest time I've ever gone through, honestly. I think every day just feels so heavy. I've really been struggling, honestly. And I think I've had to lean on the Lord more than I ever have, which is a good thing. That's a positive thing. I guess I don't know. Yeah, there's just no...
You can't plan for something like this.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Ginger and Jeremy podcast. Okay, you might notice that it's just me here this week, but it's not just me here this week because Jeremy is out recording. So I have invited on a guest. I got to choose our guest and I chose my sister, Joy. She is my favorite co-host and she's back to join us on the pod. So welcome, Joy.
Thank you so much for having me. This is so fun. Hopefully, Jeremy doesn't mind me taking his place for a little bit today.
I think that he's going to be a big fan. He's probably actually going to go listen to the episode as soon as we're done because he's going to want to know what we talked about. He has to get it on all the girl talk, you know?
Oh, yes.
I love it. Well, thanks for jumping on with me. What have you been up to? How is life? Give me a little life update.
We have been working so much around our house on the land. A lot of indoor house products. Austin just finished building our fireplace mantle. Remember, we were hoping we were going to have it for Christmas when you guys were here, but that didn't happen. So anyway, he had to end up, he like cut it on the sawmill and then took it to his dad's and planed it down and got it all dried, all the things. So it took a little bit longer than we thought, but he got it built. It's beautiful. He finally built the steps going into our sunroom. And then we've been working a lot on the land, going to start a garden. So we've been busy, but like a good busy, like at home, not going out and about as much.
That is literally the best. I mean, when we were there at your house, you guys were so kind to host us when your house was under construction and you were just moving in as we came to visit and you still hosted us, which was incredible. And so, yeah, like, kudos to you for doing that.
That was fun,
and then we saw the progress. It was so much fun being there. And then, those steps down. So going down into your playroom area is kind of crazy. It's like this big drop off. And I'm glad that you finally got a step there because...
Well, I remember with Finn, you were so worried.
Rough, let me just say.
You're like, oh my goodness, he's going to fall pretty much the entire time. But it was funny because Gunnar finally got used to them. Like he was before just like crawling down the step. And he finally got used to just like jumping off of the ledge. So yeah, it's nice to have him done. But that was a lot of fun. That made like the transition from our old house to this one even so much sweeter having you guys here for that time.
Oh, well, that's so sweet. We felt the same way. I mean, even in like all the chaos of moving, having, the can lights put in as we were there, all that fun, like legit, it's bonding. It's so good.
It was.
So good.
It was fun.
Well, I thought we would have like a little life catch up thing. And so let's just chat about how life has really been. Like, I know it's been a hard season for a lot of us. And yeah, how are you holding up?
I am getting through all of this. I feel like every day it's different. And I think that it's probably been the hardest time I've ever gone through, honestly. And so, but also it's also been so sweet. And so I think we're all grieving in different ways, but I think it feels just, I think every day just feels so heavy. And I definitely think as time goes on, certain things have gotten lighter, but I've really been struggling, honestly. And I think I've had to lean on the Lord more than I ever have, which is a good thing. That's a positive thing. But I don't know. Yeah, there's no black and white answer.
You can't plan for something like this.
Yeah. It's been really hard. And I think
it's so tough.
I've been setting up pillars of praise. And it was actually a song I had found a couple days after all of this blew up. And it was talking about in the valley of death, making it into a valley of worship. And I think it was so fitting for everything that we've been going through because I I tend to, and I realized this the last few years, but I tend to like jump into just everything's a mess and God, where are you? And why is this happening? And I go to like the deep, deep end. And I think God was just reminding me that even in the valley, like the children of Israelites, they would go through something really hard. And at the end, God would say, set up a pillar so you don't forget. And I think I haven't done that in the past a lot. And so when I go through a hard time, then I'm questioning everything rather than looking back at the pillars that God has already answered in my life and brought me through. So that's been something positive that I have to look through, and I have to like grab onto the positive things because it's been super hard and super dark and really heavy. So anyway, but all that to say, I am holding in there. I'm doing okay. Trying to find the balance of like online too, of how much to talk about, because I feel like it's already impacted my family so much that how much room do I want to give to it in my life? And so I feel like the more I talk about it publicly, the more it just gets like rubbed in our faces. And I kind of want to just move on with life in some ways.
Totally.
And so that's been a hard balance.
Yeah. Well, I think that you guys are doing a good job, and it's not easy for anyone. And it's just a tricky thing to handle, like, especially with the public side of it. And so, I love you guys, and I'm sorry it's been so hard. And anyhow, it like really is something that I wanted to address even initially, but then also just to move forward and talk about even some of the little joys, things that you have been finding joy in, like in those moments where there are little windows of like pockets of joy that God shows you that he really cares and reaches down like in little ways, you know?
I've had a lot of those things. And I think even going through a dark season, I think you can see the little joys even more, because it's like, especially I think God just having kids, at least it helps me pull out from all of the darkness and the sadness, because they just bring so much light and joy into my life. And so we've had a lot of fun just I think we've had so much time at home and just watching the kids play on our land. We built a little mountain biking trail for them, and they absolutely love it. We had like a whole dirt pile that Austin was going to use for landscaping. And so we just flattened down one side, and they've been riding up and down that.
It helps that you have like an excavator on the property.
Yes.
You know, you guys always have like backhoes, bulldozers, all the things to do those projects.
Oh yeah. Austin has all the equipment because he did land clearing for a long time. And then with his home building, he uses it all the time. So we do have a lot of equipment. So the kids have absolutely loved that. And I think just we've been outside a lot. And I think through all of this, God knew I needed it. Thankfully, it's summertime. Like we have been outside a ton. And I think sunshine helps me. I was actually telling Austin the other day, I told him, I said, I think I'm solar powered. Like if I'm in the sunshine, I feel so much better.
Really funny.
And I feel like my mood's better. 100%. Like I can think clearer. And so we've been really purposeful. Sadly, it's been raining a lot the last week almost. But when I'm out in the sun, I feel so much better. And we all just are having like clearer minds. And so we've been trying to be outside as much as possible, doing lots of family bike rides. Like those are highlights, taking the kids to a bike park near us. So I think those are little things. And just the kids' excitement always helps me just have a better day and see the good and the beauty in life.
We want to take a break from this episode to tell you about Cozy Earth. Our house has almost everything Cozy Earth. And so from our bed sheets, which are the bamboo bed sheets, they are buttery soft. We have had so many people who come to our house, stay at our house, and they love those sheets. They ask, where are your sheets from? I want to get a set. And we actually sent one guest home with our bed sheets because they were that good. And right now, I want to tell you guys about another thing that I'm loving. It is the brushed bamboo jogger set and also the lake house clogs. They are amazing. And that is just a next level gift to give to a friend, give to a loved one. And Cozy Earth stands behind everything that they make with a 30-day return policy on all products. They have a lifetime warranty on all their clothing, and they have a 100-night free sleep trial where you can try the sheets for 100 nights and get your money back if you don't like them. This Memorial Day week, give yourself the kind of comfort that lives with you all day, not just the moment you get home. Cozy Earth's brushed bamboo jogger set and lake house clogs are designed to keep you cozy, comfortable, and actually relaxed all season long. Comfort lives here. Head to cozyearth.com and use my code GINGER for up to 30% off, but only for a limited time. And this exclusive offer runs from May 18th through June 1st only, so don't wait. That's code GINGER, JINGER, at cozyearth.com for up to 30% off. And if you see a post-purchase survey, let them know that you heard about Cozy Earth right here. We want to take a break from this episode to tell you about Pocket Hose. So Pocket Hose is one of those things that you're going to want to invest in. We had to buy a new water hose almost every single year because they get brittle in the sun, they crack, and they're just not that great until we got Pocket Hose. Pocket Hose is the #1 expandable hose in the world. It is super lightweight, it's easy to use, and it's retractable. So you use it and it's easy to put away. We had another hose that we had bought before and we never used it because it was so difficult, such pain. The Pocket Hose is the easiest thing to use and it's super durable. It's super lightweight, it's easy to manage, and when you turn it on, it expands. Then when you turn off the water, it actually retracts back to pocket size. So it's incredible. And now for a limited time, when you purchase a new Pocket Hose Ballistic, you'll get a free 360-degree rotating pocket pivot and a free thumb drive nozzle. Just text JJ to 64,000. That's JJ to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. Text JJ to 64,000. Message and data rates may apply. Now back to the episode. That's so good, Joy. I love it. Yeah, I was just thinking, too bad you guys don't live in sunny California. You're always able to just move here, up and move here one day. And then we can just do more podcasts in person. I think that would be super fun.
That would be fun.
Just give it a couple months. But I feel like the last couple times you guys have come to visit and throughout the years, I feel like you always come in the rainy season, which is only a month long.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. In Southern California, we are so blessed to have beautiful weather most all the time. Even today, we woke up and we're like, whoa, why is it overcast? I went to a bridal shower and they were all talking about it. They're like, wow, it's overcast this morning. And then it opened up and it was beautiful sunshine.
Oh,
and so now
goodness.
it's sunshiny outside, but we're all like, why is it overcast? Is it going to rain? It's still beautiful outside, 72, perfect weather. But yeah, I think that's interesting. I like the solar powered thing. I feel like that's so true.
It is
Anytime
true.
that you're not feeling great, get outside, get a little sunshine, get a little exercise, and it can boost your mood.
It really
Get a coffee
can.
too. Get an iced coffee, or if you're a tea person, do your thing. But getting those little bits of joy, not to rely on them, but it also is a little gift from God.
Mm-hmm.
Take advantage of it.
Oh, I
Use that
definitely
too.
do take
It's
advantage
great.
of it. I told a friend of mine, I was like, you know what? I'm doing better. I'm not drinking an iced coffee every day, and I'm so proud of myself. It'd been
You're
2
not?
weeks. This was a month ago, and I told her, I was like, I've been 2 weeks not drinking one every day, and I feel like I
I'm
don't
depressed.
need it. And then, and then literally a couple days later, I was like, I had to just forget that. I'm just gonna go get a coffee every day. It doesn't matter. It does, and obviously, like you said, we don't need to rely on it. And I think for me, it was can I go without it? And I realized,
Of course.
I did it for a little bit, but it wasn't,
2 weeks is a very long time, Joy.
was
I'm very
fine.
impressed.
Yeah. So
That's great. Did you do a decaf or anything, or just no coffee?
I just did no coffee, which I
That's
don't have to
insane.
have coffee. If I don't drink coffee, it doesn't give me a headache or anything.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
for
Well,
me,
you and
it's
I are
not
different
as-
on that. I feel like I probably would get a slight headache. I don't know if it would last that long. I've done it before. I've actually had to go off of all caffeine. I did it for a year and a half, but I still drank
Oh, I
coffee. I just drank
remember that.
decaf.
Yeah, that was
And-
very impressive for you.
Then another time I went off of all caffeine for another several months. So I've done no caffeine, but I still love the flavor of coffee. So I had to get decaf to fill in the space because
That's
I'm not
funny.
a tea drinker. I will drink a tea if it's at a tea party and everybody's drinking it. But you love your tea.
I do.
You're a big fan of tea.
Well,
Let's talk about
Austin
that.
and I, in the evenings, we started drinking tea, and I don't even know where.
You're
His
so
mom is
old or so British. I don't know which one.
I don't know why, but I'm thinking it probably, now that I say that, his mom had bought us a bag of peach, like
Earl
white.
Grey?
No, it was like a white peach tea from like a tea like shop at the mall. And she had like showed me how she made it, and she would make ice and hot with it. And so I think that's probably what got us started on it. This was a couple years ago. And then now, especially in the fall and winter, like in the cooler days, we will drink tea together in the evenings. And it's like our little
That's so
calm
fun.
thing. So yes, we're definitely turning into old people. But I love it.
I love it. What's your go-to coffee shop and go-to coffee order?
7 Brew, 100%. But I know you're not a huge
Sugar
fan.
Brew?
Yes,
Sugar Brew?
sugar.
Did you just say Sugar Brew?
I do Starbucks sometimes, and I'll do the Onyx coffee that's here. But the convenience of a drive-through for me is really nice. And so if I'm by myself, I do go to Onyx, or the Arcega's actually is right here too. So I do like that. But I prefer 7 Brew. It is a lot of sugar. And I always get their iced caramel macchiato. And I get it.
It's good though.
Like, I get it partially, not as, I don't get it as sweet as they have it sometimes, but I don't mind the extra sugar. So I just
drink
give it to me.
I like it. You know what we just got is a Dutch Bros. And that's also, I was looking, it popped up on our local Instagram and it said, we are getting a Dutch Bros. And in the comments below, people were saying, oh, it's a sugar high. Like, you just want a sugar high, go there. And so I mean, differing opinions. I was looking at it, debating if I want to like actually go there.
Well, you have to try it at least once.
Like you said, Joy, I will. I've done Dutch Bros one time before, and what I remembered was it was way too sweet. So I think it's one of those like 7 Brew that I need to order like a quarter sweet, because Jeremy already at like our favorite coffee shop that's a legit coffee shop with good coffee. If you know what I mean, it's like they roast their own beans. It's legit. You're there for the flavor of the coffee, to taste the tones of it. You're not there for the sugar.
Yeah.
That coffee shop, he already gets a latte, a quarter sweet.
Oh, wow.
And they barely sweeten theirs. And so that's how he is. I always do half sweet. And anyhow, but with Dutch Bros, the last time I had it, and the only time I had it, I think I went for maybe half sweet, which felt like a full sweetness. And I was like, I feel like I'm drinking syrup. This is too sweet. I almost wanted to just have them pour like a whole nother cup of like milk in there to like balance it out or something. But that's just what I remember. But correct me if I'm wrong. I like my sweets. Like, I like my sweets when it's like in ice cream or something. Not my coffee.
See, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe I'm not a big sweets person. I don't know.
I had a friend telling me, she was like, I finally worked up to drinking black coffee, and I'm so proud of myself. And I was like, ooh, like I want to be that person, and I want to work towards that, but also I don't. And I like the sweetness of it, but maybe it's because I've never like actually had the coffee, like the black coffee. I don't drink coffee though, just from like home, unless I make my own like latte at home. But if it's just like a pot of coffee,
you're not gonna drink it.
Yeah, I don't drink that. And so I don't know, like something about the flavor of it, I just can't do it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's something that's like a developed taste. So if you're drinking your tea, I wouldn't just sit down and make myself a cup of tea. But at home in the mornings, like one of my favorite things to do is to make a pot of coffee, and then we just add like a little splash of half and half and just drink that in the morning because it's a stronger flavor. But I've had to start adding more half and half. Let me tell you why. The coffee, depending on what kind you have, if I use like a Starbucks blend, which I'm not a big fan of it, but like I'll do a richer kind, like a darker roast, that I like it to taste strong half the time. But that literally hurts my stomach. It gives me a stomach ache later in the day.
If
as
you
much
don't
as
have
I love it, I can't drink it if I don't have enough cream. So I used to do it like with a tiny splash of cream. Jeremy laughs at me now because the amount of cream, I have to put like this much half and half in it to not hurt my stomach. And then I feel fine.
Crazy.
It's only with the really strong stuff though. So like I've actually switched to like more an upgraded coffee. And so I'll grind my own beans in the morning and use it in like the coffee pot. And I use like Trophy Coffee, which is a really good coffee that's here, or Herb's House. There's a lot of good ones that I use. I just kind of mix it up. Whatever our local roasters have too, I'll grab. But But I'll just put that in there, and that does not hurt my stomach.
That's so crazy.
Like a Starbucks blend does, which is kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
We want to take a break from this episode to tell you about Trust and Will. So if you're anything like us, we have walked through life doing our best to be there for our family, to make the best choices, to set our kids up for success for the future. But one thing that we prioritized early on was making sure that we had a living will for our kids. Trust and Will makes it easy to safeguard your children's future with a stronger, smarter estate plan. Trust and Will gives you and your loved ones much needed peace of mind, and it keeps families connected through generational planning. Trust and Will is the most trusted name in online estate planning with thousands of 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. Protect your legacy and your loved ones today, tomorrow, and beyond with Trust and Will, the most trusted name in online estate planning. Go to trustandwill.com/ginger and get 20% off. That's trustandwill.com/ginger to get your 20% off. trustandwill.com/ginger.
I wonder what the difference is.
I'm with you. I've actually switched. It all started with Joy. It all started with you because I was anti-cold coffee. Do you remember that?
Yes.
For years.
Yes.
Hot coffee. It's 100 degrees outside.
I don't know
and I
how you were
not
drinking
get
hot.
myself to drink the iced coffee because I'm like, it's too watered down.
Yeah.
And then when you came out to visit for like a month, you and Austin were out here with your kiddos. You
get
started
your
ordering your
sweet vanilla
caramel
latte.
Yes, I would. And it was always hot. And then you started ordering a caramel macchiato. So I started ordering a caramel macchiato if we went to Starbucks because Starbucks coffee, I'm like, it's hit or miss if I'm going to love it. I don't know. And then once I got that, I was like, I'm going to look at Starbucks as my place to get a sweet treat. So that's my sweet treat place. And then I started thinking, if I think of it more like a treat, like I'm going to get an ice cream in the mid-afternoon, that's what Starbucks is for me. So it's not all about the coffee. I'll get the caffeine, but I'll also get the caramel because then I feel like it's good. But I do get a half sweet still.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah. But it's good.
I just went there
and
like 2 days
I don't
ago.
know how you went with hot coffee in the summer. I mean, I'm sure you still do it, but it just
I still
blows
do
my
it sometimes.
mind.
It's crazy. But I'm telling you, once I made the switch, I was like, this isn't half bad. And they have a drive-through. So I don't have to get all the kids out. Like if Jared's at work, as he is, then I just take all the kids through the drive-through and I don't have to unload them. So half the time I'll do that. Half the time I'll just take them to the coffee shop, get them like a little slushie or whatever.
Yep.
Little treat.
That's the way to do it.
It's fun. I love it. But okay, Joy, let's jump into another section of this podcast. I want to talk about things we've been loving. And I feel like I was just talking about things that we've been loving.
Oh, yes.
But let's jump into this section,
but
this
are we
segment
talking
of the
about
podcast.
like products or are we talking about like actual like activities or things we're loving? If that makes sense.
Well, this is what I was thinking. So what are some things that like have made your life easier? Give me a couple of those if you'd like. I was thinking maybe 5 things that we've been loving.
Okay.
But give me anything. It doesn't have to be 5 if you don't have 5.
No.
But like, what are things that you've been loving? A product you've been loving? What is like something that you did recently? Like you love like weekend trips or I don't know. What's your favorite food recently or an easy go-to meal?
Okay. As far as things I've been loving, there's just one of those one of those staple things that everybody needs, but not everybody has. It's this car charger, which I do not charge my phone at night most nights because I don't know why. I have no excuse, but I just don't. And so I'll like set my phone down somewhere. And I've been purposing not to go to bed with my phone because I end up staying up on my phone. So I set it down wherever I'm at and then I just go to bed. So I'm in the car a lot though, and having this car charger, it has retractable cords. It has both the main chargers that you need, plus like a USB plug-in, and it charges really fast. And so that's something that I have been loving. And I just ordered another one for Austin's truck because it just simplifies life. And it's like, anything that like helps make my life feel less complicated or more organized.
Less cluttered too, Joy.
Yes, because it retracts the cords back in by itself. You just pull it and let it go. And it's not like cords everywhere in your car. So that's one thing. Another thing is I have been buying those like 10-gram protein beef sticks and keeping those on hand.
I thought you said 10 grand. my like I'm listening to you and I'm like 10 grand.
10 grams of protein.
Wow, Joy, you're living it up.
Living
Guys,
it up.
she's just a little wealthy over there.
No, the 10 grams of protein though. And I've been taking those with me because I feel like if either the kids or I get hungry, that's a good protein snack. So I've been keeping those on hand a lot recently. So those are two things. What about you? I'm going to think while you fill in.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think. So some things I've been loving. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts recently. And if you're listening to this, you're listening to a podcast right now too. So that's great. Thanks for listening. But I have been having a few podcasts that I love. So I've been listening to Always Here, which is so much fun.
Oh, that is such a fun
one.
It's
with Abby Howard and Abby Howard. So if you know Matt and Abby, it's just so much fun. It's like sister talk. Just such a blast to listen to. I've also been listening to a podcast by Kendra Adachi, and it's awesome because it's called the, goodness, watch my brain leave. I just had a mom moment.
It's called,
This is what happens to us.
Yes.
I'm like, I listen to it almost every day. The Lazy Genius podcast by Kendra Adachi. Wow, I even remembered her name. I'm terrible with names. I remembered her name and not the name of the podcast first, which is incredible. But it's great because it's talking about like little hacks for life. And so I found some of those. Like she talks about hacking the system for when you don't feel like cooking, hacking, life. It's not to get like more done, but it's get things done in a way that's like easy for you and then create little systems that work long term.
That's great.
I love it. Like it's fascinating. So great. So listening to a podcast though, this is what I was going to say. I feel like I've been in a little bit of a rut of like, I typically have no problem getting dishes, laundry done, housework. All that stuff is usually so easy for me. It's a favorite thing to do. I love to do that. And my house is not always perfect just because we have kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I do have a lot of clutter that I've been wanting to like clean out. That's a whole nother project for another time. So when I go to do like normal housework stuff, I typically want to have a podcast on. And it's something that's like, I'm just listening to in the background. And so those are a couple podcasts that have been helpful to help me get stuff done because I've been in a little bit of a rut of like, oh no, I'm letting laundry go for 3 days, which I usually do like a load every single day. And so that helps me when I don't want to do that. I just turn on a podcast and it is the one thing that like, it makes me excited because I'm like, I'm listening to a fun podcast and I'm going to get stuff done. And I feel like I'm learning half the time too. Or like an audiobook is great.
Yeah.
I've not done a lot of audiobooks recently, but I've started a couple chapters on them and then not continued.
Oh,
and I just turn on a podcast.
I'm the
So
same.
it's great.
Oh, that's great.
But that's something. And then we just recently did like a weekend trip to Kingsburg. And it was so much fun. We went to Family Tree Farms over there. We were hanging out with our friends on the river. It was so beautiful. And it was such an easy drive, like just a couple hours away. So we did not have to take the kids on an airplane. It was like so simple. You just put them in the car, drive, time it around Finn's nap, and hopefully he won't be screaming the whole way. It was brilliant. So that's something that I've been loving is like, we've done that a couple times where we'll just do like on a Friday, Saturday, just go somewhere. And California does have a lot of awesome options, like right outside of LA. There are countless places you can go that are beautiful. So we're thankful for that. But also I'm like, that's our plan this summer is to stay local and just to do a couple weekend trips.
That's a great
So I'm looking forward to that.
I love that.
Yeah. And then
I was going to tell you.
another thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go. No, you go ahead.
Oh, I found a new recipe. When you said that,
found a recipe?
It made me think.
Share it with
I
me.
have never
I'm in a
made
cooking rut.
shrimp scampi. Have you ever made shrimp scampi at home?
Never.
Never. Easy, Ginge. And it made me think of you because I had bought this huge bottle of sriracha when y'all were here. The hot sauce.
For Jeremy.
Yes, for Jeremy.
Was it for Jeremy?
And I never used it. I don't know if he used it or not. But anyway.
Send it over. I'm out of that.
Shrimp scampi recipe. And it called for some hot sauce and like just add a little bit of flavor. And I thought it said 4 tablespoons of hot sauce, but it actually said 4 splashes of hot sauce. So I was like, you know what? We don't really like spice. So I'm just going to do 2 tablespoons.
Oh my word.
And it was a little bit spicy, but it wasn't like unedible. It was still edible.
Did the kids eat it?
They ate it, but it was really
No
good.
way.
So I didn't have hot sauce because we
Gunner's
do not
over there
do spicy.
crying, and you're like, you're fine. You're
It'll be
fine.
okay.
Just like eat some yogurt.
No, they actually did fine. And I added extra noodles into their portion so it wouldn't be too spicy for them. But we made it. And while I was making it, I was like, oh, Ginger and Jeremy would love this. Because I
need that recipe.
Sauce, so that's the one I used.
Joy, I need that recipe.
But it literally
that's
was
something that I haven't cooked much is shrimp.
It was under 30 minutes.
Wow.
And it took, like, it was super simple. And I actually did not have shrimp. So I used chicken. I like subs chicken, which is funny. And then I added in asparagus to it. And I didn't have the white wine. So I subbed in chicken broth. And it was so simple. But I love finding meals like that are really easy to add into like our rotation of meals. And so that's something that I've been loving.
I'm here for that. I think we should drop that in the show notes below because I need it. And so maybe I'll have you send that over. We put it in the show notes for everybody so you can see and get that recipe because it sounds delicious.
It is so good.
And let me just say, Joy is talking about this hot sauce. So sriracha, it has to be not a knockoff brand of sriracha half the time, what Jeremy likes. Okay, Jeremy is a big fan of hot sauce, but it has to be the right kind. So he had one time, Joy, did I tell you about this? Jeremy he can easily be bribed into like doing something crazy. He's a bit of a risk taker, daredevil. And if you challenge him on something, he's going to do it, even if it's like a little bit insane. So there was somebody like when we were living in Texas, we went out to eat at like this, it was not good food. It was like hot dogs and hamburgers that tasted like, they weren't great, you know? And it was probably only like $7 worth of food.
Oh, wow.
And they told Jeremy, they said, hey, if you drink this entire bottle of hot sauce, then it was like, wait, what is that kind? Tabasco? Is that the name? Now I'm having a moment of like forgetting what it's called. Tabasco hot sauce. It was like that. And they said, if you drink this entire bottle, we'll pay for your meal and your wife's meal.
Oh, my word.
It was somebody from the church. Jeremy's like, sure.
Okay.
I'm going to drink that. I love hot sauce. So he drank the whole thing and he felt so sick. To this day, he cannot use that Tabasco hot sauce.
Oh, my.
He is so picky about it. So any vinegar-based hot sauces, if they have like, that's the base and they're more watery, like with vinegar and then the hot spice, he can't do it because it made him so sick.
Oh, no.
And I was like, Jeremy, I wish you would have done that for like a steak dinner. Like it's, you know, like a $500 dinner, $200 dinner.
Than like
do it for something
$14.
fancy. Don't do it for like a $7 meal for you, $7 for me. I'm like, that's pointless.
Oh, my word.
To be sick for a whole day.
Messed his stomach up, dude.
Oh, yeah, he hated it. But then he found sriracha. And sriracha is one that for some reason, he loves it on everything. And when I say everything, I mean, we will be eating a random meal. I'll make a dinner. If I make chicken, rice, and veggies, which is what we have as a staple, I know you guys do that too, like a basic protein, veggies, whatever. Mind you, I'm not like the best cook. I have my cooking rut, but he will go and smother it in hot sauce. And then he'll be like, oh, wait, we have pasta. And then he'll be like, wait, where's the sriracha? And just yesterday, he was
like
making some like, noodles, pasta. Yes. So rigatoni, spaghetti. He puts it on there. He puts it on like ravioli, anything.
Wow.
And I was wondering, I'm like, is this an abomination to like the Italian side of his family? I don't know. We'll have to ask him.
I bet.
But he puts that stuff on there like there's no tomorrow. I mean, it's insane the amount he puts on there. And then just a couple days ago, though, he realized that we were out and I'm trying to remember what I made. I made something like pasta and he was so sad. He was like, oh no, should I go to the store and get some? And I was like, you're fine. Like, we'll survive. It's okay. But it's been probably like 4 days and I still keep forgetting. Like he had food yesterday that he would typically put his sriracha on.
Yeah.
We don't have any. He only has like a Trader Joe's version, which he said is not the same. I'm afraid for him, it may taste too much like the Tabasco.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be able to go back.
Well, when he was here, which granted, y'all were here for a little while, but he like bought, I don't know if he bought it or if I bought it, but it was like one of those huge bottles. And I don't know how, like, it was a huge bottle. And we did not, like, we don't do hot sauce ever. Like, that was the first time I've used it since you guys were here. So, yeah, he definitely loves it.
Well, he had to make sure you had it stocked up for next time he comes. He will put that on, like, at night we do charcuterie boards. A lot of nights we'll do that. And we'll do all the regular charcuterie with the cheese crackers, whatever, all the good stuff. And he always has, like, no matter what kind of crackers, he'll have these sweet, like, fig crackers with everything. And then he'll put a dab of sriracha, put the cheese, and then put, like, a pickle or a piece of fruit and eat it together.
His taste buds are old.
It's really...
He's turning into an old man.
I think you're right. He probably is so old. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's crazy. But I feel like in this season, I am so much in a cooking rut. It's really annoying. So even like a meal service is helpful to have because we have like any of those meal delivery services that I use. It's awesome when I get that because then I'll have a new recipe that I've tried. And if the kids love it, I love it. Jeremy loves it. We'll actually be able to incorporate that back into our meal routine, like rotation.
Yeah.
But right now I'm more like, okay, we need to eat a meal. I'm going to cook a meal that's healthy-ish, pretty healthy. And I'm going to get us fed, but I'm not like creative right now. I'm not in a season of that. So I want to try this shrimp scampi.
You'll like it.
Sounds really good.
It'll be a fan favorite. But yeah, I feel like I get into that too. And I feel like our staple is always like steak, chicken, or salmon. And then like a starchy side, or like we'll always do a veggie or a salad or something. But that's
what do you do for your veggies? What are your favorite veggies right now?
We do asparagus a lot. Like the kids, Evie and Gideon actually know how to make it. And so then I'll just put it in the oven.
That's so cute.
It is so cute. They fight over who gets to make the salad and who gets to make the asparagus, like every time we make them.
They did that when I was there too, visiting.
That
was so
love
cute.
That. So asparagus is a favorite that we rotate, and then green beans is another one. Gideon's the only one that doesn't love asparagus, but the rest of the kids will eat it. And all of them love green beans. And then we do a lot of salad. Pretty much every meal we have a salad. And then past that, we don't really eat. I mean, we do corn on the cob some. We like boil it in water and do the whole, because the kids love that.
That's so good.
They love the corn on the cob. But besides that, I don't do a lot of other. Austin doesn't love broccoli or cauliflower. I normally get those out, but he loves mushrooms, which I'm like, that's odd. Like, I don't like mushrooms.
That's so random. So, and that's like a texture thing. The mushrooms are squishy.
Yeah, but I think it's because he said his dad loved mushrooms growing up, and so he would eat them too. So I think it's just what you are used to eating as a kid. Like, that's normal.
100%.
So we don't really have any other vegetables, though, that we rotate through, like, on a regular basis. What about you guys?
Yeah. Man, I feel like I've been in the green bean stage for my kids because Finn loves peas. So we have frozen peas is what we do. We do the frozen petite peas from Trader Joe's. Mm-hmm. They're really good. They're smaller than the regular ones and they're sweeter. So I use those for the kiddos all the time. Like I will literally just put them in a like ceramic bowl, microwave them for a couple seconds for Finny, and then give it to him as a snack. And he was like dairy and gluten-free for just a little bit. I'm trying to like cut back on those other things for his eczema. So it's helpful to have that little bit of protein, but then it's also like a yummy snack that he can just grab. And it keeps him busy.
Having to feed him every bite.
Yeah, it keeps him so busy. So he's feeding himself fully now with everything. But that's been a go-to in the season. And then like the sheet pan green beans that you just put a little olive oil. We do the frozen French green beans.
Yep, same.
And you like put a little olive oil, sea salt, put it in the oven at high temp, and they come out crispy. And the kids think they're like French fries.
Have you tried
they're so good.
Do y'all do asparagus?
Asparagus is so good. I love asparagus. Yeah. And the kids do too.
We do.
They totally do.
Olive oil, sea salt, and garlic. And then have you ever tried adding like Parmesan in for the last few minutes? Either
I feel like
shredded
you made
Parmesan
that for us, and it was
or
really good.
like grated.
Yeah.
It is really good.
Probably like the fresh grated stuff would be like even better than just the regular.
I had tried
the regular.
It with
I'm saying the regular. It's like the bottle.
Yeah.
That you use on
probably the unhealthy
pizza
stuff that sits on the shelf.
Yeah, it's like at restaurants.
Yes.
It sits on the table for like 10 years. They never change it.
That stuff is not as great, but the grated Parmesan, it is phenomenal.
That's amazing. I actually need to add that. I need to do asparagus more often. And I also do like sweet potatoes. When I feel like real fancy, I do sweet potatoes or like roasted potatoes in the air fryer or in the oven. Like half the time I'll just do, if I'm doing regular potatoes, I do them in the air fryer because then they're really fast and they get really crispy fast.
Yeah,
for the
that's
kiddos.
a good idea. I need to do potatoes more often. I think my kids
are not like the biggest fan of potatoes.
Something with
but
the
I've
texture.
tried to get them to try them every time.
Yeah.
They don't like mashed potatoes at all.
Yeah.
Which I was surprised by. Your kids too?
Yeah, they're not
It's
a
so
fan
random.
of potatoes. Something with the texture. Gideon would literally gag as a kid. I would try to feed him and he'd gag.
So sad. Yeah, something too, Joy. Okay, I said I was never going to be the parent to like give my kids shows, and we did so well for so long. This is something I've been loving recently, though. I have to share it with you because I feel like we're in a stage where we have a 1-year-old and then I have a 5-year-old at home with me. But then closer to dinner time, whenever it's time for us to make food, I feel like it's really hard for me to make it through that dinner portion of like dinner prep. And half the time, I feel like I have the dinner prep starting around like 4 o'clock or so. And then Jared's not home till like later from work. And so I don't have that time where like I could wait for him to get home, but then the kids are going to want snacks. It's going to push everything back too late. So I've been giving them a show half the time for like dinner prep. Not every time, but one thing I found that entertains most of the kids is it's called Little Lights. And it's on YouTube. And you can turn it on and it has cute little songs. It teaches ABCs. It teaches learning. It teaches Bible stories. And it's a girl who is like somebody that I've met before. And she's super cool. And she does these little videos. And it's so entertaining for Finn because he loves to clap and dance to these songs. It is seriously his favorite thing ever.
Cute.
So just going to say Little Lights on YouTube. Look it up. It's great. It's free. It's amazing. And that's been an absolute lifesaver in the season.
That's a
I said I was
great
never going to do that.
resource.
But it's something that's like, I don't feel bad giving the kids. And Evie has been quoting tons of Bible verses from that. She'll just be in the car and then she just starts quoting Bible verses. And I'm like, I didn't teach you that Bible verse. And it's all from Little Lights. It's amazing. So
That
anyhow,
is so sweet.
I like that. Okay, things we've been loving. Well, anyhow, as we wrap up, I just want to thank you guys for listening into this. This has been so much fun with Joy. And Joy, I have to say, I think you should come back on if Jeremy lets you. Come back on.
That'd be
100%.
fun. Maybe we'll kick him out again for another week.
Kick him out. I think that he would be happy to take a little break, and we'll see if he lets us do that. I'm kidding. Lets us do that.
Well, do the podcast listeners, we should take a poll from them and see if they actually want to do that again. Like that'd be fun.
I love it.
Really
We can cover other topics again. And let us know if there are any topics that you want us to cover as sisters. Come on, drop them in the comments below. See if this is a good thing to keep going. And we will see you guys next time.